Well, when it comes to psychiatric disorders, they may be more common than you think. Judy is joined now with our Dr. Sheila to talk more about this.
Thanks, Nancy. Psychiatric disorders appear to be common among young adults, whether they attend college or not. But a new study found that about 46% of college students meet the criteria for at least one psychiatric disorder. For those not attending college, the rates were a little bit higher, and the problem is treatment rates are low. Joining us now to talk about this study is psychologist Dr. Sheila Foreman, a member of our Medical Advisory Board. Dr. Sheila, thank you so much for joining us.
Of course, Judy, thank you.
Tell us about this study.
Well, you know that in recent history, we've had so many incidences of violence on our college campuses, and that's really prompted all of us in the mental health field to take a look at what's going on with our college students. As a result of this, an interesting study was done where they looked at about 2,000 college students aged between about 19 and 25 and about 3,000 non-college students of the same age to assess them on their mental health. And what we found out was that the statistics were pretty comparable. About 46% of the college students suffered from at least one mental disorder, and about 47% of the non-college students also suffered.
Dr. Sheila, what part plays in this, leaving the house? These kids are 18. Does that play a role in this? They no longer have that parental force around them or that family unit. How does that play into this?
Actually, it plays an important role in it, because at this time frame, ages 19 to 25 that they investigated, is one of the most vulnerable times for young adults. And for many of the college students, what we noticed was they had an incredibly high incident of alcohol abuse, higher rate of alcohol abuse within the college students than in the non-college students, which suggests to us that they're starting to use alcohol as a coping mechanism to cope with the stresses of moving away from home, being in college for the first time.
And that's what I was going to ask you, the next one, the drugs and alcohol problem. Is this treatable? Are these kids not getting treatment? Do they not know what help is out there? I mean, there've got to be services on campus. There are outreach programs. Why aren't these kids getting help?
Well, one of the things that the study indicated was from both the college students and the non-college students, the percentage of people getting treatment for their psychological disorders was about the same. And it was only about 25% of those suffering actually went into treatment. And there is a lot of treatment, a lot of really good, effective treatment out there, both on campuses and in community counseling center. And the two primary would be, of course, medication when it's appropriate, right, and then psychotherapy. And for people of that age, I always recommend group therapy to be among peers who are struggling with the same issues.
And Dr. Sheila, is there any evidence that some of these psychiatric problems or mental problems diminish after college? Are they going away? Is it a college setting? Is that what's happening here?
It depends on what the issue is. What they also found was in these students, they had also personality disorder. Personality disorder is a lifetime problem that needs to be addressed over the course of one's life. Some of it is situational. If they're abusing alcohol, perhaps through frat parties or coping with finals, that may change if they learn other coping mechanisms. If they don't, then when they go into the corporate world or they go in their professions and they're under stress, they may still lean on the same coping mechanisms. So treatment at this age is really important. It will help them not only for their college years, but in the years to come.
Dr. Sheila Foreman, thank you so much. This is an important study, and we always appreciate you being with us.
You're very welcome.
When you think health, think IRU.